everybody, it's Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I've been on here, a couple weeks. And it has been a crazy couple weeks. I think it's been more than a couple weeks, but we're just gonna leave it at that. I know I say that every time too, but I figured I would pop on and show you guys a few things that I have been working on or finished. Kind of a smorgasbord of different crafts, and these are all pretty much fall or Halloween themed. I've been really on that kick lately. The fall season is like one of my favorite seasons for me and my husband. We actually got married in the fall. Our wedding anniversary is next week, and it'll be 4 years, so yeah, one of our favorite seasons. So I am not working right now. My last video I talked about how I was having trouble at work again, getting really tired, a little bit tired of customer service, and then things just kind of escalated from there. I just was having a really hard time, so my husband and I decided it's time for me to just take a break and regroup and figure out what I want to do. So I've been off for a couple weeks and we're just gonna go from there. And yeah, I don't know how long I'll be off, but it gives me a lot of time for crafting. I'm really thirsty, I'm sorry. So what I will be doing while I'm off is, again, I mentioned in my last video, I will be trying to make things to sell them just for a little bit of extra money and whatnot while I'm not working. So for now, that's what we're gonna do until I figure things out. Which I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately too, but we'll just go with it. So yeah, a bunch of different things I've been working on. So I'll start with, well, I'm wearing one of them. So this I actually made like a month and a half ago, I think. So this was actually a thing I had seen on TikTok, and it's a really quick craft to do, using mostly stuff from the dollar store. So I picked up this shirt from the dollar store, I picked up bleach from the dollar store, and I also picked up the thing to make the pattern. So this is for a Halloween shirt. I kind of stand up, so it has that pattern on it. So it's really easy to do. I tried finding the things I used to make it, but I have no idea where I put them. So at the dollar store you can get these things. They're just wood, like pieces of wood, like cut out with this kind of pattern on it, and you can paint them, decorate them, whatever. So you might have already seen this trend. So you just basically lay it out on your shirt. You take a spray bottle with part bleach and part water, and then you just spray on top, and then you remove the wood thing, and you're left with this really cool design. So the color is literally just bleach. So it's really fun to make. I made 3 in probably about 10 minutes. And then you just let them dry and then you wash them. And the other one, the first one I made didn't turn out as good. I'm not going to show it. It wasn't a Halloween one or anything. It just had a little dog on it. But yeah, I really like how they turned out, and I made my husband one too. So I have that one here. So I just bought random wooden things. You could do this for anything. It doesn't have to be Halloween, but I think it's just because of the black and how this makes like an orange. So this is the one I made for my husband. And then I just kind of sprayed everywhere, and the back is just plain, but you could do something on the back as well. So I like the way this one turned out. But so yeah, really simple to make, a lot of fun, and great way to get some cheap shirts, especially if you already have the shirts. You just need to get the wood things and a spray bottle and some bleach. Oh my goodness. My mouth and my throat is so dry. I cannot drink enough water to help. The next thing I'll show you is a painting I did. So I had bought this wood thing at Dollar Tree as well. And I had it set aside for a while, like a month and a half. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. And then the one day I was bored, I didn't feel like crocheting or anything. So I, had a random idea in my head and I just went with it. My husband helped me with colors and whatnot. And I came up with this. So it's just this little hanging sign. It has a cutout pumpkin here. And I just wrote Hello Fall and did a little pumpkin, or a little fall gnome with a little pumpkin pom-pom. And there is acorns, kind of hard to see, but so I did this. And I've had it hanging on my wall in my living room. It's really cute. I'm happy with how it turned out. My husband helped me with certain parts because I didn't know what to add, so he mentioned adding the little vines, he mentioned adding the pine cone, and then the mustache, because I didn't have the mustache part at first, so he said to do that. And I really am quite happy with how it turned out. Pretty cute. So I'm still getting familiar with a lot of the painting stuff, so I don't know where to put it. The next things I worked on were crochet pumpkins. So I made some a couple years ago using my own kind of pattern, and I don't remember how I did it. I didn't write anything down, so I just went on Ravelry and found a pumpkin pattern. The one I found is really simple and it's free on their website. So it's just Crochet Pumpkin by Rachel's Lovely Stitches. I will try to link to it down below. And it's really simple. So I made a bunch and I will show you. I have a bin with some stuff here. So not all of them are here. I think I technically made like 11. So I'll show you. So these are the ones I have. So in the pattern, she tells you how to make a stem, how to crochet a stem and the little like vine thing, but I wanted to use a piece of stick, and then I found this wire stuff at the dollar store and some twine. So I just glued them on. And the stick is actually from our yard. I just used a little saw and sawed it, cut it. So there's another one. And just another one. And then I also made little ones because once you figure out the pattern, it's easy to change the sizes. I had thought about making a great big one, but I ran out of orange. So I made some little ones. So I do have another little one and another bigger one, but I've actually sold all of these. There's a couple that I'm keeping, but I've actually sold all of them already, which is pretty cool. So 2 of them are already set aside in a bag for someone. And then I made this little tweed one just with scraps that I had because I thought it would look neat, because you can get white pumpkins. So yeah, I've sold all of them. And then I made this one with some leftover Scarfie. This one's really quite wonky. So I had this yellow Scarfie, so I made this one. I'm keeping this one because I think it looks funny. And it's very angled, but I mean, even pumpkins are like that, right? They're not perfect. So that's why I like this one, and I'm keeping this one. And then I made a pumpkin tower. So I just made a bunch of pumpkins and glued them on top of each other and added a few little things. I want to add some twine to this too, but I forgot that I had this. I found it while going through my bins back here just before recording. So yeah, I was on a major pumpkin kick, and they're really fun to make. Like I said, I just ran out of orange. I could get more, but I'm gonna wait and see because I'm on another kick now, which I will show you in a second. But yeah, so I made a whole bunch of pumpkins, and those were my first things that I sold, so it's really exciting. Yeah, I didn't sell them for very much. I'm really bad at pricing my items. Like, I sold these pumpkins, the bigger ones for $5 and the smaller ones for $3, and my mom was like, that's not enough, but I don't know what to charge for that. So yeah, I made all those pumpkins, and I have a bin down beside me that I'm keeping all my finished things in that I want to sell. That way I know where they are. They're in a bin away from the cats and the dogs, because the cats like to play with the yarny stuff, and it keeps it away from the cat hair too, in case people are allergic. And while I'm working on it, the cats and the dogs don't really bother me too much, so I feel like I'm whipping through this really quick, but I feel like I had a lot to show you, and I'm already on my last thing as far as I'm aware. I might have more, but so the last thing I made, I'm having so much fun with these ones. I actually just went and bought more yarn for these today, and it's a poison apple. I'm probably gonna butcher the name. I apologize in advance. It's by Svetlana Hurova, or she's on Instagram. She's Fayni Toys, Fayni Toys. I will link to, I think it's an Etsy shop I bought this from. If I can, I will link to it below. You guys have probably already seen it because I've seen so many people making these, which is why I bought the pattern. It is a pay-for pattern. I can't remember how much I paid for it. It was not a bad price though. Might have been, I feel like the most I would have spent would have been like $7 Canadian, but I'm not sure. I bought it a while ago, and then my mom tagged me in it, so I had to make her one. So she already has hers, but it looks the same, it's just a different color. I can actually show you a picture. I'll show you this one first. Actually, I'll show you the picture first. Just because it was the first one I made. So the pattern calls for, I think it's either a sport weight or a DK weight, and all I had was worsted. So in the pattern, it's like big enough to fit in her hand. This definitely is a lot bigger than that, but I love it. I think for like a Halloween decoration, it's a really good size. So this is the first one I made. Sorry for the lighting, let me bump the light. Might not be able to show you. So it's like a lilac color. I was using scraps of what I had on hand, and so I went with it was Red Heart Ombre, I believe, and so the middle was darker and it went lighter, and my mom really liked it. And then yesterday I made this one, and I love how this one turned out. It's this, so I used Impeccable, Loops and Threads Impeccable, I think it's called. I don't know. There's a lot of scraps for the red, and then the black I used Red Heart Super Saver, and then the stem is Red Heart Comfort. I love the look of this one so much. I think it looks really cool. So this will be going in my bin to sell. I'm only just selling it to friends and family right now because I don't have an Etsy or anything set up right now. I'm just kind of putting it on my Facebook. So, but yeah, they turned out pretty big. It's like just a little bit smaller than my head. But I love it. They're so much fun to make. I made this in, I went to my aunt's yesterday with my mom, and we did like a craft day, and I made most of it in like 2.5 hours while I was there, and then I came home and finished it off. it's really cool the way it's built, or the way it's made. Obviously I can't go into details because it is a paid for pattern. Highly recommend you check it out, or check out the Instagram for Fanny Toys. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, I'm so sorry. But it is so much fun. I bought yarn today. I bought like a sparkly purple and more black because I think that would be really cool. I bought more fiber fill. So I'm just having a lot of fun with it. My husband really liked this one, but so I said if nobody bought it, then I would give it to him, but he also understands that although it looks cool, we really don't need it. So but yeah, I love it so much. So much fun. And yeah, so that's been my crafty kick lately. I haven't really done anything else. Like I have old works in progress that I was working on that I just don't have interest in working on anymore, so I might just either frog them or finish them off at the point they're at. A lot of them are like cowls that are like halfway done, so but yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know. I'm into projects that I can finish quickly right now because my attention span and my concentration is not great just because of some health issues I'm having right now. Which is why, again, another reason I'm not working. I'm just having a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah, been keeping busy other ways. So, like this, I didn't even mention this, I don't think. I have moved. I actually recorded myself doing this too. So depending how long this video is, I might throw it in, but I know that video will be pretty long, so I might not. I'll probably just do a little tour afterwards. I ended up taking all these shelves, so all these shelves were downstairs in my craft room where I used to record, and I brought them all upstairs so I could organize all my craft stuff upstairs and not leave a big mess. Although it's a little unorganized right now because I'm still working on it, but it's made a big difference. I don't leave my stuff everywhere, so my husband is very happy about that. He was actually impressed because I just got frustrated the one day and I hauled these things up myself and they are heavy. I also hauled a chair that was sitting here. We had this little almost like a lazy boy, but not quite. It was a lot lighter, but I got tired of having it in here because it was old and had cat hair all over it, so I just threw it out on the deck. He was pretty impressed that I did that by myself. So I have some of my critters up here again, and a little bit more familiar, again, still unorganized. There's a bunch of yarn right here, so it just feels a little bit more crafty to me. A little bit of my crafty corner set up. There's still some work to do though, but I thought it was cool. And yeah, nice and organized. I wrote on the labels so I can easily find stuff. All the bottom bins are pointed out because these bins are just from the dollar store. They're kind of out on a point because my cats have been trying to climb into them, one of which has managed. So most of the bottom bins are just filled with things that it doesn't matter if the cats get in, like paper and stuff. Or there's so much stuff that the cats wouldn't be able to get in. So anyways, that's what I've been up to. Just gonna keep on crafting away and figure stuff out as I go. But I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out what I've been up to, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye guys.